Hello there, girls, guys, theys, and thems. Welcome to Dee Dee's Designs. I'm Dee Dee. Today is video 2 of the What's the Stash series, or What's in the Stash series. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to call it. If you saw the last video, you saw in somewhat wash day order the products that I have that are not opened. Pre-poos, co-washes, items that maybe aren't either of those things, but that aren't opened, that I probably will use multiple ways, including but not limited to pre-washing with them, or co-washing, if you will, with them. Of course, I went through every single strip in my house and thought I got all the unopened ones. And sure enough, as I was doing this video and putting this one together, which would be cleansers, I of course found a couple that, yes, have slipped past me. So, with that said, we're just going to dive right in. One of the products I found that probably should have been in the last video, and I sincerely apologize, it is the Eden Body Works Lavender Aloe Moisturizing Co-Wash. Now, as you see, I have not opened it, have not tried it yet. I have tried, if you've seen any of my previous videos, many Eden Body Works. Some of my favorites are sadly the discontinued lines, including the last co-wash of theirs that I did use that is similar packaging to this one in the papaya castor or castor papaya line that no longer exists. You probably saw this, or at least more products in that line, or more discontinued products in my previous empties videos, because I used them up pretty quickly. I did enjoy them, and was sad that you could no longer just purchase the whole thing. However, if you had any problems or saw anything about the label, spoiler alert, go back to those videos, you will see probably why they were discontinued. But anyway, this is one that I have in my stash. I love Eden Body's products, so I probably love that one. Let's see. For those of you that don't know, Eden Body Works, some of them I believe you can get on the ground, and like the aloe line, I think I've only ever seen it on their website. I could be wrong. My next shampoo, actually no, I'll dive into the other few that I found. So I found a couple more that should have been in the last video. Let me get those out of the way. So both of these two are from one of my favorite brands, hair care brands of all time. So Soul Botanicals. This one is the Ayurvedic Love Shiitake Scalp Scrub with Brahmi, Shiitake, or Shiitake, tomato, and calendula. Calendula. That sounds better. And this says prior to shampooing, so if you go back to my last video, that was something I read multiple times for that. Apply the scalp scrub into wet hair. Use gentle circular motions to reach the scalp and rinse thoroughly when done. I haven't used it, but I love Botanicals. As you know, a lot of the pre-poo type or pre-shampoo type situations all kind of focus on the scalp, right? We're gonna start in the scalp, then go to pre-pooing the strands or washing the strands and getting it all out. So I'm excited to use this one. So Botanicals is not something I can keep long, so I'm told, even though I've yet to have a product like spoil, if you will, meaning I had not seen one with like discoloration or rancid smell or anything like that. I've been able to use up all the products that I've opened, even if I've had them for a really long time, even if I had them opened for a really long time. And some of these products I had since the start of what I would say the hair journey boom. I don't know if I would necessarily have called my hair journey a journey until the pandemic in 2020, but we all have a hair journey, even if it's a slow burning stagnant one. But where my hair journey really took off was the pandemic. And so I've had products for years, and still used them, or still found a way to use them. I guess that would be the trick. So this is one of those that I'm gonna try to use up, but you know, I actually have a lot of pre-shampooing scalp things, if you saw my last video, more than I would have expected before deep diving in like this. So I may not get to that one right away. So Botanicals is a hard one to snatch. Including but not limited to, I got their pack at the time they did it. Was there 6? I'm gonna say at least 6, probably more, honestly, of their sort of their clays, if you will, their clay washes. And this one is the Botanicals Shebe Kaolin Nourishing Locks Flourishing Detox with Shebe Ginger and Rasul clay. I used all the other ones in that pack. You probably saw some in my very first empties videos on this channel. However, I used most of them before I even started filming. And I love them. They're absolutely great. My favorite, I think, was the lemongrass one. Love to see that one come back. And the Shebe deep conditioner is also amazing. So I'm looking forward to diving into this one. This obviously is more of a clay wash. There was like a scalp mask, spoiler alert, in the last video that kind of falls along this line. Okay, let me move some of these things around. They're not sticking. Okay, getting through these. All right, so the next shampoo I'm going to talk about, if you watched the last video, which I'm going to reference a lot, one of the pre-shampooing treatments was from this exact line, unopened, hadn't used it yet, and the shampoo is no different. It's the Nizoral Anti-Dandruff shampoo. It's got, excuse me, 1% of ketoconazole, clinically proven to control flaking, scaling, and itching from dandruff. Controls fungus that can cause dandruff, and it's got a clean, fresh scent. And this is only 7 fluid ounces. The pre-shampoo buildup, which is actually something I still have here because I think I'm going to use it this next wash day with this, that you would have seen down in all of its beautiful glory in the last video. It is now in Up Nighttime, very crunchy pineapple. And I'm thinking I may do a protective style for this colder weather, even if it's for a week. However, if I get it, I'll say professionally done, if you will, or by somebody who would know how to do a really good protective style, probably gonna want to keep it longer than that. And with that said, this bad boy will need a pretty good deep clean, right? So this 5 fluid ounce one is what the pre-shampoo looks like for the brand. This tells me you don't need a lot. If they don't give me a lot, this tells me it doesn't need a lot. Now, I know I'm going to use this. I don't know if I'm going to use this, but I may just do that. Use some other, probably more moisturizing shampoos. A set that I have open actually in the Use Your Stash video that you will see. But if not, I may go with this. Maybe go with this after I take them out of my protective style. I may not do it. All right. Now, with no really rhyme or reason, I'll do the other sort of rando cleansing type options that I've got. I've got some shampoo bars, which I will be honest, I've not used a shampoo bar to my recollection. So I have them. One that I got from, it looks like TJ Maxx for a really affordable price, which is why you go to TJ Maxx and do that treasure hunt. It's the Shea Moisture 100% virgin coconut oil with the Rasul clay. And it's in this nice little unopened box. And I don't know about you, but this to me seems like a wonderful minimalist way to do shampoo. And I love the things that I can minimize to live a decluttered, minimizing lifestyle, even though when I look at my bedroom right now, it's not the vibe I'm getting. And these are things I probably use almost last. So we'll see. Or for travel, probably good with travel. Another one I have is this Ayurvedic formula Aromire shampoo bar with neem, tulsi spice, all types of hair. Vata Pitta Kapha. It is one I got from one of those Marshall-y TJ Maxx stores. I got it on Red Tag, so it looks like it was only $3. Oh no. I was like, could I get the red tag off so I could see what tag on underneath it is? No, I won't. I can't. If anything, I'm taking them all off. So I'm not gonna bother it, but this is what it looks like. It says Ayurveda is the ancient holistic science of India, which aims at a total harmony of mind, life, body, and spirit in balance with nature's rhythms and the world around us. Now, I love that vibe. So, if you know or have done any research into hair care, you know Ayurveda is it's something that I think can be done a lot of DIY, a lot of higher end hair products use it. It can also be very gimmicky, but at the same time, it can do really good things for your hair. So Botanicals is a big one when it comes to Ayurveda. There's probably a couple other brands that I'm less familiar with that do as well. So I'm excited to bust into these. And I have one more. Speaking of Botanicals, they did one. It's the Solvetic Strand Poo Bar, hair strengthening shampoo bar with hair growth promoting Ayurvedic ingredients, right? So it's in this little tin. I've not opened it, to my understanding. I'm like, did I open it? Yeah. It looks like that. The other side was slightly less attractive, but again, unused. It smells really good. The Ayurvedic difference. So let's see. This one starts with saponified oils of coconut, palm, safflower, vegetable glycerin. This one is coconut oil, sunflower oil, purified water, alkali, castor oil, sesame seed oil, tulsi, which is holy basil compound, vitamin E, neem oil, cactus oil, neem leaf, Retha, shiitake, or shiitake, henna, alma, and methi, or fenugreek. They have like holy basil cactus, Indian gooseberry. Those are some other words on there. This one has alma, brahmi, the organic sesame oil, ashwagandha, and a couple other words. Bringra, koshura, yeah, I will butcher it. I don't know if you could read that. No, you can't. That's okay. Good crazy stuff. My 3 shampoo bars for travel or for minimizing. Okay. Now, one of the other ones that I have seen that I really wanted. I wanted this line for a while, and I'm glad I got my hands on it, even though it was at a reduced price. It's the Naturalicious Moroccan Rasoul 5-in-1 Clay Treatment. Shampoo, condition, deep condition, detangler, leave-in conditioner for tights, curls, and coils. And it says, step 1. I believe I bought 2, 3, and I didn't buy 4. I think 4 was the oil. But I was looking at this for years before I saw it go on reduced sale at Sally Beauty's, and I picked it up. It is higher priced, and I think it's because it's got a very good, ingredients list. I have so many. I want to gobble these up because I feel like I know I'm gonna love it, and I'm gonna be really sad if I when I finally open it and I love it and there's no more. But I'm also trying to be really good with my buns. So that's a problem. It's water, Moroccan lava or Rasoul clay, aloe vera, glycerin, cetyl alcohol, polysorbate 60, cocoa, seed butter, olive oil, grape oil, avocado oil. Okay. Plant-based. The glycerin, the cetyl alcohol, and the pentoethanol is all plant-based, according to this. I'm super excited. This to me seems very pre-pooey, co-washy as well. So that's why it's in here. All right, so what I'm gonna do, probably sooner than later, it is one of the older ones in my stash, and the curly girls rave about it. It's been collecting dust, as you can see, and needs to get some TLC. But I've been using Camille Rose more in the colder months. And once I get through a couple more cleansers that are already opened, this one is surely fresh on the docket. And it's the Camille Rose Sweet Ginger Cleansing Rinse Castor and Aniseed Oil. As you can see, not used, not opened, kind of dirty and dusty. Had it for a minute, if you will, and it's the next thing I think I'm going to use. I love these applicator heads, and I think it's more of a clarifying one though, because I haven't used it. I could not tell you if it's actually more moisturizing, which I try to focus on more moisturizing in the winter months. It definitely needs it. One that I haven't opened but I'm excited to is from a brand you can't find in stores. You have to order it. They are for lack of a better word, expensive. Their products easily 25 bucks. Their bundles easily 75. I put a bunch of their items in a cart recently because they were having a Black Friday sale, and I wanted to see in case I was back to my old like buy a big one ways. Didn't buy it, but that was gonna easily be over $100, if not close to $300 for everything I wanted in this brand. And it was all new limited edition things too, like this, which is the Miche Eucalyptus and Mint Scalp Stimulating Shampoo. It's their aromatherapy collection. Now, Miche being so expensive, I bought this with a couple other things, I think, when they were doing like a really big major sale a little bit ago, probably a couple of years ago. It's got the great applicator like the previous one. I believe it probably has a scalp tingle, which up in these here hair streets is a good thing. And it's got some really great ingredients. Distilled water, chamomile infusion. Yeah, all the good stuff. So this one is definitely gonna be on the list. I'll probably say it's similar to this one in my stash that I don't know if it even still exists, how long, if it does exist, how long it will exist. This is like my second one of these, and I bought them good and well knowing that if it did discontinue and disappear, because I was already using one, I definitely wanted to have it in my stash for later. And talking about a scalp tingle, this is the Main Choice Exotic Kool-Aid Minty Guava and Kiwi Shampoo. This is a darn good shampoo. Wonderful applicator. It's nice and watery, so it lasts. You don't have to use a lot. And it does not only a wonderful lather, but it's got a nice little tingle. This is a good product. And second ingredients on this list is kiwi seed oil. Like, come on. This is great products. I see why some of these have gone out of business, especially in the economy we have, because there's some great products. Now, another one that's kind of a second back in my stash, you would have seen the opened version of this in a video. It's the Cashmere and Caviar collection from Curls. It's their hair bath. Now, I loved, this was a discontinued line, and I bought them all up. I liked the products a lot. I gifted, at the time I had what I would say product junkie natural type addiction, and I just would buy, which made me great for Christmases, you know, Easters, that kind of thing. So I gave away some of these to co-workers at the time. Loved them. Thought about buying a set for a co-worker. She would be an ex-co-worker now. We no longer work for the same company. But I have this one, and since I'm still using the other one, obviously not going to open it anytime soon. And I'd love to get my hands on more so I could gift. I love being a good giver, but because I really like it and it's the last one in my stash, I probably will hoard it, unfortunately. Hate to say it. Another shampoo that I've used before, and when I saw it with the cute little red tag at TJ Maxx, had to snag it up because, again, it's kind of like that scarcity mindset. Some of these products are going to probably be around for a while. However, as I look at the many that I still have in here, some of them I don't even know. They're either limited edition or you can't get. So I kind of see why they're in my stash. And I'm, if you love it and you see it, you almost want to grab it. But if you don't love it, you almost want to let it go. And one of the ones that I love is the Carol's Daughter Wash Day Delight Water to Foam shampoo. I used one of these early in my pandemic hair journey plosion, if you will. Took me forever. Loved it. Great cleansing shampoo. So when I saw a red tag of $4, I went, say less. I would have loved to try the rose water one that I know that she had out. But when I came across it, as you can see, I don't need it. And I've not come across it for this wonderfully great cheap price. So this is one I probably won't use anytime soon, but it is one I've used before that I've enjoyed. It's a second bottle, like a couple others in here. And I'm really looking forward to using it. But one I'm going to be using probably sooner than later from that same Carol's Daughter brand is one that I've only used 2 of the products from this line. It's the Goddess Strength line, and this is the fortifying shampoo. This is one of the ones that I believe I'm going to be pulling out here sooner than later. I have an opened shampoo, moisturizing shampoo and conditioner that I think I'm going to use. It's on the plan to use. But this one was also, I kind of pulled out of the stash because I don't have as many moisturizing shampoos that are opened as I do protein or more clarifying. Those are the ones I have a lot of. I have many. And this one I guess is considered a sort of more protein because it's a strength one, right? But it also, because it's got silicones, because of its consistency, it's going to be more of a slightly more moisturizing one. And this one I can see from the tag behind it, I got it from a Marshall's. And I've only used the conditioner in this line. If you saw the Use Your Stash video, you'll see it's got a big companion. I don't have this little slender companion. I have a big Mac Daddy companion conditioner to this one. So my daughter's used it on her hair. I've used it to just kind of try it out because there was so much of it. But I paused using it because I want to use it with other things in the line. And then I also, the very first Goddess Strength product I procured was their oil. And I did thoroughly enjoy the smell of their oil. I would purchase their oil again, but I have a bunch of oils opened and otherwise. So here's one that's coming up on the docket this winter, or winter months as we go into it. So a little ways away from the winter solstice, but we're close. Another one that's in my stash that I probably won't grab too terribly soon. It is the Camille Rose Cleanse Invigorating Scalp Treatment Shampoo. Now I got this during what I think was a Black History Month special edition cover, like label, and couldn't say no because of the limited edition label. And Yeah, celebrating Black History Month with Black Creatives. Limited edition collector's item. Which seems crazy that you could get hair care to be a collector's item because I inevitably am going to use this. But because you see I have so many, I could probably hang on to it for a really long time. Okay. I'm about well over halfway. I have a little under a dozen more. Whew. And we are at the 30-minute mark. This is definitely going to be a longer video. But let's bust it. Let's do it. Okay. One of the shampoos I have here is the Creole Essence Scalp Care Haitian Black Castor Oil Shampoo. I got it from TJ Maxx. This is a brand I believe I've seen at Sephora first and then Ulta. I don't have a lot of things to say about this one because I haven't used it much, but I will use it soon. Another one that I have that is limited edition / discontinued, so I'm not going to be able to get them anymore. So when I heard that, I haven't used them, but I bought them up. Well, correction, I think I've used one of them before, or at least, yeah. It's the Main Choices. It's the Do It For The Culture Untouchable Definition Unmatched Volume Powerful Shampoo. I've used these, a couple of these. I think I had the conditioner that I got from like a TJ Maxx or something that I tried. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Heard the buzzings that it was being discontinued, so I bought this whole lineup. Shortly after it left the Main Choice website and went on to a different website, and then I don't even think that website exists anymore. And I did the same thing for the hair type 4 leaf clover manageability and softening remedy shampoo type 4 and Proud Perfect Blend. I bought one of these, actually, the actual shampoos, same way I bought the conditioner for this. Used it, loved it, and just heard that the whole line and a bunch of other lines were going away or went away, and so snatched them up in the next possible place. The same website I got this at. I got the whole line to both of these. You'll see them in upcoming What's the Stash videos. And let me tip this up a little bit. There we go. And I'm excited to dive into these two brands, but it's gonna be, or these two lines. It's gonna be a minute though before I do, because I know they won't come back. So it'll be sad. Speaking of comebacks, this one is when they first, or when I first, I should say, saw the Miche Peaches and Cream Moisturizing Cleansing Shampoo. I bought all of these goodies as well. Have not opened. Planning to this summer, if I believe. I believe I'm gonna try to push it off to this summer if I can, if not sooner. But this is one that is on the list to use up, but because it's limited edition, it is pricey, as I said, with Miche. It's not one that's going to be back in my stash anytime soon, so it may be one that I'm going to have a hard time seeing go, but not as sad as some of the other ones I know that will maybe never be in production again. Okay, from the same brand, one that definitely will hopefully be back and I can purchase, so I may use this one sooner than the other one, even though this one I bought or got after. I think I got it in a curl box. If you know, you know. It's the Miche Cleansed Moisturizing Shampoo. I'm assuming it's step 1. I've used mainly their limited edition deep conditioners, to be fair. Haven't used much, or any that I can think of. I haven't used anything in the like basic classic line. I think it's always been limited deep conditioners that I've used from them. So I'm excited to get into Miche. I hear great things, and since I do need to moisturize shampoo a little more, that one's probably going to come up. Another one that I found at Marshall's that I never would have thought would be at Marshall's or a TJ Maxx or something like that. Thought I was gonna have to save up my Sephora gift cards a little longer, like I will for the Beyonce Sacred. It's the Fenty Hair, the Rich One Moisture Repair Shampoo. You can see the little Marshall sticker, so I'm not hiding anything. But I found these there. This one, the conditioner. I think a deep conditioner. I don't know if I only got 3 or if there was a 4th product. I really wanted the cream and the gel, and I don't think I saw the cream or the gel. I think the 2 items that I am gonna need to pay Sephora prices for are the ones that I didn't find. But I did find these, and I found that fascinating. I see it, like I feel it, and I go, oh, okay, I see why you're getting the price. You're getting the price for the packaging too, for sure. And I'm definitely excited I found it an affordable place. I'm excited that I grabbed it, and man, it's finds like this that make going to places like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and doing that treasure hunt worth it. But it also does make me wonder, like, why would Fenty be at Marshalls so quickly? Okay, almost done. Favorite brand, Sotanicals, the ACV, the Anti-Frizz Cuticle Vitalizer Clarifying Hair and Scalp Poo with apple cider vinegar and aloe gel. Bought this one a long time ago. You could see still not opened. It's got a very liquidy, so it's going to be a very scalp focused one. And I think because of the colors, I'm the kind of person that I'm like, this is probably going to be more like a summer type or braids vibe when I'm going to want to focus on the scalp. And so hopefully by this summer, I'll start cracking into this bad boy. If not sooner. And then a couple other ones I've got that are, I would definitely say, summer specific for many reasons. This is the Ouidad Advanced Climate Control Anti-Frizz Nanotechnology Defrizzing Shampoo. Defines curls, prevents frizz, sulfate free. Perfect for all hair types. So this goes in the line that is essentially for the heat and humidity. It's got a conditioner, a baby one that I've tried. It's got gels, a strong and an even stronger one that I have in my stash I've used. And it's a very liquidy consistency, so I'm excited to see what the shampoo does and how starting at the base of the shampoo versus the conditioning or the styling side of it, how that does with the hair. So this one should be something I bust out in the summer. The last few that I have, one that feels very summer that I believe was a temporary, I don't know, I haven't looked on their website. I haven't looked on many websites, but theirs for sure in a minute. When you start discontinuing lines and lines that I love, it's really hard for me to just want to like keep diving in, because if I fall in love with another product, you could just make that line go away. And this one I got from another curl box in a collection of products in the same line. It's the Curls, the Sea Moss collection, Powerhouse Sea Moss Cleanser. And they have some great cleansers. And so I'm excited to try this one, but as you can see, it's very under the sea. So to me, it's going to be a very warmer weather type item. And then another classic that I have is basically the Kinky Curly Come Clean. This is one of the first shampoos I got. It looks open to me. And by Georgie, it may very likely be open. I may have used it, though I can't remember, because it is one of the ones that if I have used it, yeah. You used it in the beginning and then never touched it again. I think it's one you can find at Sally's. I hope you can still find it at Sally's. And it is probably one that I will touch sooner than later. I have at least one other clarifying one that I have opened. And I'm trying, I think, to get through that one. And then this one will be either the one after it, or the other one I think is got a peppermint tingle. And if I want one without a peppermint tingle, I'll go towards this one. So this one looks like a very used bottle. So apologies if it was either A, in the used Use Your Stash series and I forgot, or B, it wasn't and it should have been. Okay, so the last one I'm going to mention is, I think, technically a travel size, because I've used the full one of this, but it was in the area with the rest of these. And so to give it its flowers, and because I've already used the big Mac Daddy of it, and I don't even know if that was in an empties video or not, but this is a line that I love. I tried it at the beginning of the pandemic because I kept seeing really bad reviews, and I thought, there's no way it can be that bad. And I love this person, so I want to see what it is that she created. And it's the TPH by Taraji. This is the Honey Fresh, the clarifying shampoo with moisture for all hair types. This is a cute little travel size of it because it's only 3 ounces. I used the big one of this, as well as pretty much most of her products, and I love her products. The thing that people, I think, criticize the most is the smell. And it does. It's got a very strong smell. And you know what? I love it. I love the smell. So you're always going to see me buying Taraji. And in fact, I think I saw a Taraji product at Sally's recently when I was on that side of town waiting to pick up my child from an appointment. I walked in to just get that dopamine hit as you look through the aisles, and I think I found the Brass shampoo on sale, and you can see I'm becoming that silver fox, and I think I might need to try it out. And I love her products, so I may get that one, even though I'm trying not to purchase any until I use up my stash. All right, so we're hitting the 43-minute mark, and I know this video has been a long one. I appreciate it if you've been with me this whole time. Sorry if I didn't have many things to say about some of these, but some of these are brands I've never tried, or products I've never even opened or used or know nothing about. But I am looking forward into diving into some of these. Some of these you will definitely see if you stick along with me, because some of these types of shampoos, whether it's the more moisturizing ones for sure, I don't have a lot of them open, and I'm gonna want to kind of get a good moisture in my hair the next couple months. But again, I want to say thanks, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, where we will definitely start diving into conditioners that I don't have opened and figuring out how that's going to be organized and look. But let me know what shampoos you are using, if you've used any of these shampoos, especially since I've not used many of them. And let me know if you have some of the sneaky ones in the back of your stash too that you're like, I don't want to touch it because it won't come back. And maybe we could touch them together. All right, thank you, and have a good holiday. Bye.